Okay, now we're going to be reviewing the difference between ser and estar. Hopefully you remember that both of these mean to be, or not to be perhaps, but in different ways. So just going over the conjugations, remember that both of these have an irregular yo form. The yo of ser is soy. Tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. For estar, yo estoy, tú estás con acento, él, ella, usted está con acento, nosotros estamos y ellos, ellas, ustedes están con acento. Remember that these accents are very important because otherwise these two can mean other words. Okay, so generally, when you want to think about the difference between ser and estar, ser is usually something permanent, and estar is usually something temporary, but that's not always the case. So you want to make sure that you know these specific rules. Ser we use to identify people or to identify things. Entonces, ella es mi amiga. She is my friend. I'm just identifying somebody. Es mi libro. This is my book. Identifying people or things. Okay, you can use ser plus de if you want to talk about make, origin, or possession. So if you want to say el libro es de Miguel. So I'm talking about possession. It belongs to Miguel. If I have de, then I'm going to have es. El libro es de Miguel. Okay, time and date. Hoy es miércoles. Or son las 3:30. Anytime you're talking about time or date, you're going to be using ser. And identity characteristics. So anything that's permanent or not necessarily permanent, but that's a part of who you are. Entonces, ustedes son jóvenes. You are young people. This is not necessarily always going to be the case because someday you guys are going to be older, but right now it's a part of your identity, it's a part of who you are, so it's going to be with ser. Okay, estar, location. Location is always estar no matter what. For example, OHS está en Gainesville. OCall is in Gainesville. So this is permanent. However, with location, it's always going to be a star no matter how long something has been somewhere. So just remember, location is always a star. Okay, a state or a condition, this is generally a temporary thing. So if you wanted to say, mi abuela está enferma. Hopefully she feels better soon. Mi abuela está enferma. My grandma is sick right now. That's not a permanent thing. It's a state or a condition right now. I could also say mi abuela está feliz. She's happy. She is sad. Emotions are usually going to be temporary conditions used with a star. And for a star, you're going to be using the present progressive. So if you have estamos bailando, we are dancing. If you have the progressive, which is the ing, that goes with a star. So these are the general rules that you want to keep in mind when going between ser and a star. You want to be careful because there are some words that are going to mean totally different things if you use them with ser versus if you use them with the star. So for example, aburridos, if you say nosotros somos aburridos with ser, that means we are boring. We are just super not interesting. Versus if you say nosotros estamos aburridos, that means we are bored temporarily. So these can mean very different things depending on if you're going to use ser or a star. And this is true for a lot of different words. Like gordo, for example, if you say él es muy gordo versus él está muy gordo, if you say él es muy gordo, you're saying that he is fat in general. He's a fat person. If you say él está muy gordo, you're saying, wow, he looks kind of fat today. So you want to keep that in mind. Different adjectives or nouns can mean different things if used with ser or a star. Okay, so filling these in, we're going to be using either ser or a star. Yo blank de Walla Walla. This is true. I am from Walla Walla, Washington. We have de here, and that means probably we're going to be using ser. So if you have origin, possession, or make, this is the origin. This is where I'm from, so I'm going to use ser. The yo form is soy. Yo soy de Walla Walla. I am a teacher. So this isn't necessarily permanent. Who knows if I'll be a teacher forever, but it is a part of my identity. It's not something that's going to change within the next 5 minutes. So we are going to use ser and not estar. So the yo form of ser, soy maestra. My husband is from Ecuador. This is also true. Again, we have the day here, so it's going to be ser. It's origin, where he's from. Mi esposo es, because es is the L.A. usted version of ser. Mi esposo es de Ecuador. He is tall. This is a characteristic that's part of his identity. It's not going to change within the next 5 minutes. It may or may not be permanent, but it's not going to change anytime soon, so it's not a temporary state or condition, so we're going to use ser. Es alto. Right now, I am in Spanish class. This is going to be estar because it is a location. Remember, location is always estar no matter what, so the yo form of estar is estoy. Ahora estoy en la clase de español. It is Friday. Again, time or date is always going to be ser. So it's the LA said version of ser, which is S. If you're saying what time it is, what the day is, it's going to be ser. And I am writing. We have the ing, which is the present progressive. So with the progressive, we're always going to use estar. So it's going to be the yo form of estar. Estoy escribiendo. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know.